как баранов. Но если хоть сколько-то из нас прорвется и займет немецкие позиции, мы обеспечим соседям наступление. А потом в прорыв пойдут танки. Пусть мы ляжем там, но хоть сколько-то отобьем у врага, хоть сколько-то отобьем. И власть здесь ни при чем, какая бы она ни была, есть или будет. Земля наша должна быть нашей, чтобы внуки ходили по нашей земле. И пусть мои кости сгниют к тому времени. Я на это согласен.
Hey everyone, just coming to you with a real quick update for the La-7 Academy kit, the 1/48 scale. Our cockpit's all finished up to what we're going to do with it. Again, it's real scarce details in this kit, but at the same time it's supposed to be quick and fun. If you wanted to get the detail upset, you could. It's like $30. It's really hard to find. It's not made for this Academy kit. It's actually made for a different kit. And so I don't know how well it would go. I did see some videos out there that it does work, but instead of spending another $30, which is more than what this kit cost for that and PE and everything else, we decided to keep it simple, have some fun, scratch build some of the stuff that we can do, and might not be accurate, but we'll make it interesting at least, right? So here's what we got so far. We have one side of our cockpit. We added the taller lever here, which is supposed to be representative of the brake lever. Actually, that might be down here. That might be the thrust. But anyways, as you can see on the cockpit itself, there is not much detail, and we've got it in the gray-green interior color, which would be period accurate at least, and a little bit of dry brushing with some aluminum, because the cockpits on the La-7 did have some more aluminum than what most other Russian aircraft did. So we've got that. We've got the other side here. And that middle part with the handle is a watch gear that we added and painted and weathered. So you have the watch gear, and then on top is like another piece of the watch gear. It looks like handle. So it looks like it's a little more 3D. You know, it just adds a little something to it when you look into it like this. I mean, overall you're probably not going to see any of this. And our cockpit, if we can get it to zoom in, we did add some wires off to the side here. We'll see if we can't. Again, real basic cockpit, not much to it. We did do some modifications on this one. We do have some photo etch seat belts in. And if you've got a real keen eye, you're going to notice right away that those are not Russian seat belts. Those are American seatbelts. But the La-7 did have the separator harness, not the cross harness, so at least we got that. Here's our little box we put in, and some wires running from that box to this box, and we added just a little fitting, just a little piece of aluminum. And this is the wires we used are just like a black copper wire, something that you might use to wire an engine on a model car for the spark plug wires. And then the silver one is our typical solder wire, which is 0.03, I think, something like that. And we're gonna sort of weathered up, and I'm gonna try and get some more light on here if we can. It's dusted up. I did use a dusting on this to make it a little dirtier on the inside, along with the wash and everything. Oh, the last thing we did was the scope here, the kit piece for the plastic. Let's see if we can get in here. Right here was so super thick, and it had a seam line right down the middle of it. So I cut that off and just put in a piece of acetate. Measured it, put in a piece of acetate, and I think it looks a whole lot better. So that's what we have there. And the typical wash we use, the panel line accent color from Tamiya with this one. Again, the Vallejo Air gray green 307, I think it is, maybe 340. I think it's 340. And then we use the Vallejo pigment, the ochre, dark yellow, and we kind of went over that just to dirty it up, and it actually acted as a nice little filter and toned everything down a bit, and I kind of like it. So it's dirty, it's not real well detailed, but good enough. We're going to snap this together, and we're going to get to working on the body and the fuselage, get that together, get the seam lines out, which is going to be fun because they put the seam line right next to detail. So that's going to be super fun. You can see there's the seam line, and then there's some detail here, which is actually rivets. You can't really make it out on the camera, but there's rivets right next to that. So we're probably just going to take some Dymo tape and try and protect it as much as we can, but we'll see what we can do. So until next time, I hope everyone's doing well. Stay safe. Take care.